Our president, a man who looks like a melted Build-A-Bear dipped in butter, got online today and said that Democrats calling out his illegal orders are committing seditious behavior punishable by death. Punishable by death! Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. Trump said Democrat lawmakers, who, mind you, are veterans, former CIA, former Navy, people who have actually served this country, something that shit-filled diaper coward has never done, should be arrested, put on trial, and yes, one of the posts he reposted said, hang them. George Washington would. Sir, George Washington wouldn't hang anybody. If anything, he'd hang you up, bitch. And this all started because 6 Democratic lawmakers sent out a 90-second video simply reminding service members that they should not follow illegal orders. You know, the actual law, what the Constitution tells you to do, the thing every service member is supposed to do. This is insanity, and Democrats are freaking the fuck out, as they should be, because this is an outright threat from the president. The president is calling for the execution of elected officials. Meanwhile, we got the White House press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, out here trying to spin it like, no, he wasn't saying execute them. He was just saying their actions might be punishable by law. Babe, he literally typed out the word death in all caps. And the lawmakers he threatened are now getting extra Capitol Police escorts because the president literally has a band of unhinged cult members that will do whatever he says. This isn't normal. This isn't politics. This is the president of the United States threatening to kill people in Congress because they told the military to follow the law. And of course, we have Republican leaders out here defending this sociopath. So y'all stay safe, stay protected. And I usually don't do this, but I actually ordered a copy of the Declaration of Independence and the US Constitution off the TikTok shop. So God forbid you don't know your rights and you want to, maybe get one of these. I'll link it below. Because currently our government is being held together by a hairpin and CVS duct tape. Here's a hard truth some of you dumb fucking twats need to hear. The current administration will blame literally anything. Moms, vaccines, DEI, trans people, women in the Secret Service, hell, even the fucking weather before ever touching the real problem. Like Tylenol. Really? You said babies are getting autism because their mothers took Tylenol while they were in the womb? Babe, autism was discovered in 1911. Tylenol was invented in 1955. So your logic is already baked with a quick fucking Google search. And the whole autism is skyrocketing line? Wrong again. What actually happened was the spectrum widened. Asperger's, mild cases of autism, looser diagnostic criteria. Boom. More people on paper. It doesn't mean there's a sudden epidemic. It just means science got more accurate. But no, that's way too fucking boring for you. So you've decided to start screaming, the left killed Charlie Kirk. You blamed the entire trans community when they had absolutely nothing to fucking do with his death. And now you're blaming the left again because there was a shooting at an ICE facility. You blamed women's Secret Service agents for Trump's security failures, saying they're too small and incompetent. Yeah, because apparently professional training means absolutely nothing if you don't have a dick between your legs. You blamed feminism for making women bitter and destroying families. Newsflash, if feminism destroyed your family, maybe your family was shit to begin with. You blame woke ideology and cancel culture for your own mistakes. It's never that you're racist, misogynistic, homophobic, transphobic, or just plain fucking stupid. It's always the left silencing you. Immigrants you call invaders, schools are indoctrination camps, climate change is a hoax made by the liberal elites. Do you see the pattern? These people don't want to fix anything. Why? Because the system they uphold is for themselves and the elites. That's it. Not for you, not for me, just for them. And the fact that some of you bitches are still under the impression that this administration has your best interest at heart just goes to show how dense and fucking stupid you bitches actually fucking are. I wish I could just shake some of you. I wish I could just fucking shake the fuck out of you and wake you up. See, now what I personally want to know is how the fuck did we get here? Huh? Everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. Yeah, so we've officially lost the plot. RFK Jr. decided to say at this week's cabinet meeting, with his whole chest, mind you, that boys who have been circumcised are twice as likely to be diagnosed with autism because they were given Tylenol. I'm sorry, but I can't say it with a straight face. There's just are you kidding me? I literally, I can't do this today. I cannot do this today. He literally told Trump, quote, there are 2 studies showing circumcised children having double the rate of autism. It's highly likely because they were given Tylenol. Now, one of those studies is from Denmark in 2015, and yes, it found a correlation between circumcision and autism. But the study never even measured Tylenol use. Like, not once. That's like if I were to be like, umbrellas cause rain because rain and umbrellas show up at the same fucking time. And the other study from Ireland in 2024, it actually showed that boys with autism showed improvements in sensory issues and irritability after the procedure. So the evidence literally does the opposite of what RFK Jr. is saying. Meanwhile, Trump's sitting there nodding like, yep, makes sense. Just tough it out, ladies. He literally told pregnant individuals, and I quote, don't take Tylenol, tough it out. Right, because people should be taking health expertise from a man who looks like a clogged Arby's fried grease pipe with a history of sexual assault. So, just to recap, the US government is warning about circumcision, Tylenol, and autism based on 2 studies that prove absolutely nothing. Actual doctors are saying Tylenol is still safe if used responsibly. So if you're pregnant, listen to your OBGYN, not some worm-filled brain geriatric. And if any man decides to tell you Tylenol causes autism, don't take it. Send them a bib and a pacifier because they're little baby bitches. And might I also suggest kicking them directly in the cojones and then telling them to tough it out. You ever notice how a whole bunch of old white men keep making decisions about women's bodies? Or how our Secretary of Health doesn't even have a medical degree, yet somehow, even though he's the most unqualified person for the job, he's still running the Department of Health and Human Services? Yeah. Well, there's no wonder why there's a whole bunch of misinformation floating around about women's health. And unfortunately, people are actually paying the price for this. So here's a fun fact that may or may not make you want to throw up. 67% of women have heard of medication abortion, but only 1 in 5 know you can safely get it online. That means 4 out of 5 women are walking around completely misinformed about something that's been safe, effective, and FDA approved for decades. Medication abortion uses 2 FDA approved pills, mifepristone and misoprostol, to end an early pregnancy. They've been around for decades. They're over 95% effective, and you can take them in the privacy of your own home through telehealth. No clinics, no chaos, you're just receiving care. But the biggest barrier here isn't access, it's awareness. Most people don't know what's legal in their state. Some people are even scared for asking questions, and a lot of people don't know where to look for help, how to tell what's real online, and how to safely use these resources that do exist. So instead of getting care, they get confused, scared, or silenced. And that's exactly how these systems keep people from making their own choices. Because for every trustworthy source, there are about 50 videos uploaded by somebody's sexist alcoholic uncle who still calls women females and thinks that birth control is a gateway drug. If you want real information, go to ineedana.com. It's verified, private, and actually helpful. You type in your zip code, it shows you real clinics, telehealth options, pricing info, and there's no spams, no scams, and no chaos. And just to be clear, learning about your options does not mean you have to use them. It just means you're informed, and now you can help other people stay informed too. So send ineedana.com to your group chat, to your cousin who thinks WebMD is a reliable source, or even your friend who still thinks you can't get abortion pills by mail, because you can. Send it to whoever needs it, because access begins with awareness. And in 2025, we have got to look out for each other, because Lord knows if we don't, nobody else will. I wish what I was about to say was from some dystopian fiction novel, but unfortunately, this is actually happening right now. ICE is planning on hiring 30 contractors whose full-time job will be to stalk your social media. Girl, I am cooked. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit. They want to monitor posts, photos, and messages so they can generate leads for deportation raids. And this isn't just some small thing. They're setting up 24/7 surveillance hubs in Vermont and California. They'll have private analysts sitting behind desks, scrolling through your feed and turning it into intel for arrests. They'll be using softwares like LexisNexis, Thomas Reuters Clear, databases that combine property records, phone bills, utilities, your car registration. You post a selfie with your cousin at a restaurant, they can find the restaurant, your cousin, the license plate of the car behind you in the photo, and urgent cases can be processed within 30 minutes. 30 fucking minutes! And they're not just using humans. They want to use AI to detect patterns and track negative sentiment. AKA, if you were to tweet, "ICE sucks," the algorithm might then classify you as a threat. Now remember, ICE already uses Palantir, the same company that uses predictive policing software and tracks people using facial recognition. So yeah, your privacy, gone. And if history's taught us anything, once this kind of surveillance exists, it doesn't just stay limited to immigrants. So